Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to Abandoned Ship, a game that proudly enters my list of games that I'm going to introduce as like FTL, and I mean that in high praise. FTL is one of my favourite games of all time. So basically, if a game says, you know what, we're going to take the beats of FTL and do something with that, I'm always a fan. This game, however, basically deserves to go pretty much straight to the top of that list, because very often, like FTL, but games take some vaguely FTL-ish ideas, but mix them with different genres, ideas, etc. Abandoned Ship appears to be basically born out of the idea, FTL was a great game. Let's make FTL. So it's FTL, but on ships. I mean, like, ships on the sea, you probably guessed from the intro thing there. And also with monsters. I'm not sure if we're going to get monsters in this little combat demo I've got my hands on, but there's going to be monsters as well. And it's basically mixed things up a bit, but it's very FTL-ish. And that's good. There should be more FTLs in the world. I mean that in the best possible way. So yeah, this is just a basic combat demo. This game's not even an early access yet, really early version, so I won't actually get to explore like the overworld or anything. There is like proper overworld exploration quests, etc, etc, etc. I'll link to like the exploration kind of trailer down in the description below in case you're interested in getting like a fuller picture of how the game's going. But yeah, it's not actually even entering early access as I understand it till 2018. I've just got some ship-to-ship combat, but that's fine. I played the tutorial yesterday. It's fantastic. Spoiler warning, this game's fantastic. Let's dive in and we can experience some brand new FTL. So this is my crew, because obviously you've got yourself a little bit of crew to start off with, just like in any good like FTL but sort of game. This is the captain. His kind of special thing is he can do a little bit of anything. His specialisation starts off 2 out of 5 in all the 4 main areas. Manning the ship's wheel for manoeuvrability, firing a gun, repairing stuff, and hand-to-hand combat if that becomes relevant. Everyone else has a specific job. So this guy is a gunner, so basically he starts off with 2 out of 5 for gunning, but 1 to 5 for everything else. And he can get up to 5 out of 5, whereas someone who's not a gunner is actually capped out for 4 out of 5 for the actual gunning skill. This guy's a sailor, he specialises in actually repairing, and this guy is a navigator, he's fine on the wheel. So the captain basically, his special thing is he can just basically go where he wants and help out on any given area and be very good at everything, which is kind of cool. The other person I don't have is a marine who's good at fighting. So if it comes to fighting, my captain's the only person who's special at that, so remember to do that. Also, I can rename my captain, because of course you can, because this is just the best game ever, clearly. So yes, that's now going to be Captain John, and everything's fine. Let's dig in some actual fighting here. So, here we are, right away. There's going to be an enemy ship. Lovely. So this is our ship, this is their ship. Right now, we're just floating around close by to each other. What do we have here? My navigator immediately has decided that what he wants to be is on the wheel. Good, that's a good spot for him. My captain's manning 1 set of guns, and this guy's manning another set of guns. And my... Okay, why exactly is my gunner on the weapons over here? I feel like that should not be a thing. Look, you, sailor... Go over there, please, and you man these guns. So everyone now runs over to their new assigned positions. Lovely. So the gunner can reload a bit faster. So I've got more guns than these guys. You can tell because this basically appears as a summary of their ship, and this down here is a summary of my ship. So I've got, yeah, that's basically the, is it helm? The bit of the wheel that controls the manoeuvrability. My sails, again, important for manoeuvrability. My medical bay for healing up if I get sick. And 2 sets of guns that actually face the enemy. They've only got 1 gun, and I don't know exactly what it is right now. So as I've got a guy here, I'm going to try and close in, because my cannons are better at short range. So I'm basically going to say, okay, helmsman, try and move us closer. Now, you may notice we're not moving any closer. The reason for that is we're trying to move closer to them, but they want to hold the actual distance we're currently at. So they're moving away from me. So we're maintaining our current distance, even though I'm giving my helmsman an order to try and move closer. So if we want to actually move close to them, if we want to, for example, ram them, board them, use weapons that are better at short range, all of that business, then we're basically going to have to do something to disable their helm, their helmsman, or their sails. Now, we're working on that immediately, because this up here is chain shot, which is extremely good at taking out the enemy cells. So we're just moving over to them right now, and the first shots are ready to be exchanged. So this cannon is basically ready to go. So that is round shot, popular cannon due to versatility, moderate hull and section damage, small damage to crew, very small chance of causing hull cracks. This is basically just your standard, let's just fire at each other and do a bit of damage to our health bars. Because the basic health bar is the green one in the top left and the bottom right. That's my health bar, that's the enemy health bar. So everyone's now ready to fire, so fire. and fire, and also my chain shot's ready to fire too, so fire that at the sails. So now everything fires. We do a bunch of damage to them. They've done a little bit of damage to us, I think, but not much. Let's just check on our systems. Yeah, our systems are fine. Their initial shot managed to hit our sails and rear guns. The rear guns, don't worry about. The sails might be a bit of a problem. I'm guessing, I've only played this game for like, 10 minutes while I was doing the tutorial, so I'm just kind of estimating at this exact moment in time. As long as it's within this first third, then basically your sails are working at full capacity. Then there's the second third where it's working at limited capacity, and then finally it's completely bloody screwed. So at this point, we've done bad damage to their sails. In fact, actually, their sails are into yellow, ours are into green. Now that means we can start moving closer to them. You can see right there, which is just flipping perfect. So now we're moving closer, which is going to work for us. They're actually trying to repair their sails, however, and they've now got those back up to green. So at this point, their ship is back to where it should be. But we're slowly closing up here. They fire again. Any significant damage? No. The things we've got to watch out for are fires, which are the equivalent of, well, FTL's fires, I suppose, and hull breaches, which are the equivalent of, well, FTL's hull breaches. But in all fairness, letting on water feels less bad than, like, opening a hole out into space, so I'm sure it's flipping fine. Anyway, their guns have actually just been spent. We should be ready for another big volley there. Lovely. And you obviously just go for the sails, because what else are you going to do? And that's their sails back down to pretty bloody screwed. So once again, we can now start moving closer and closer and closer to them. But they got our sail down a bit. So as their sails are currently a bit screwed, I'm going to actually send my sailor over here, and he's going to basically take care of that at this exact moment in time. So my sailor moves down here and starts getting our sails back up, because even though their sails are boned, our sails are boned too. So actually right now, they're making ours fall back, and we're actually down to flashing red at this point, so that's not so good. So they've done some damage to us. We might just need to do this fight at long range, because, yeah, they've actually got our sail down into, yeah, yellow, and they're at green. So if they wanted to, they could pull away from us, and we will slowly fall further and further back. That's fine. At this point, what I probably want to do is then, if I can't take out their sails, because right now I don't have a guy on the chain shot, I can change the target of my cannons to be attacking their helm and their helmsman, or rather their captain, because their captain decided he wants to hang out actually on the helm rather than on the guns, because they've only got one set of guns to operate, so they can have more people dotted around. Actually, they've got a marine. So probably this is a guy who I don't want to actually have to take care of in terms of boarding. I'd rather, there we go. That has done some damage to their helm right there. So if I was to be firing my cannons on their helm and the chain shot simultaneously at their actual sails, they'd probably struggle to actually keep up with me at this point. So, are we moving closer? Not this exact moment in time. This guy's just desperately trying to repair up these sails, but it's difficult to do. If I wanted to, I could probably actually have one guy on... Yeah, I could have one guy on cannons and this guy on here, which is probably what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to move this guy over to here and have this still charging. That's just doing more and more damage. Luckily, it's the rear guns that are screwed, but that's fine. We don't need them. That's absolutely fine. So, shot onto the helm back over there, and momentarily, but not much of a shot. I think they're taking on water, because that was just some water being sprayed out. If you take on water, you can remove it by sending people to the pumps. But if you send them to the pumps, they can't be doing other jobs. So that's probably bad. Bear in mind, by the way, of course, things like chain shot, though they're specialised at taking out particular parts of the enemy ship, they don't actually do damage to the hull. And ultimately, if you want to win, you need to destroy the hull. Or board the enemy ship and get over there and actually kill everyone on that ship. So for the time being, we're probably doing alright. And our sails are up to green, so I'm actually going to move my sailor over here to help out with basically all the cannons in the world. Unless the... Nope, everything's fine. The sails are still in green at this point. You also fire over there, please, when we're ready to go. Nice. Are you actually ready to do that? Yep, there we go. That's the target there. And as soon as you're ready to go, hit the sails. And boom. Now that should do some good damage to them. At this point, they've got a few things they need to be fixing simultaneously. And in all fairness, they're almost dead at this point. So if we're lucky, I think they haven't got anyone on the guns. Like, the thing is, when the ship's at range, it's difficult to see what's going on so much, which is kind of cool. Are we actually getting close to them? We've pulled a bit close. We're not quite into the area I've told this guy to go into. That is automatically firing, and I believe that is enough to sink the enemy ship. Are they going down? Yes, they are. So, unfortunately, you guys are now just all dead. and your ship sinks, and you get a little bit of money. Now, I'm going to guess, like FTL, if you actually do manage to disable the ship, board it, and kill everyone on it, you're going to get more money, because obviously the ship hasn't sunk, and it would indeed make sense. So, we've managed to retrieve a number of crates with a giant J etched into every side. Yay! It stands for John, the name of our captain. Huzzah! Inside are expensive wooden sparrow carvings. Oh dear. Jack Sparrow, I wonder. The first crate was great. After that, the novelty wears off fast. Well, that's fine. We can sell them in port. Lovely. Continue. And now we have got 64 actual money. Or rather, we actually started with some as well. So we're fine. So I fought one battle. There are 9 to go in this mode. Do I wish to continue on to the next combat or visit a port first? And I can only visit a port a maximum of 5 times in this demo. Let's go to port, because port means I can hire new people, potentially. So let's nip to port here. So, okay, visit tavern. I can recruit a new crew member, because extra crew would be useful. So, we've already got a navigator. This goes, a medical doctor. So, someone who can actually heal people without sending them over to that. A really good quality gunner. Or a really good quality repairman. I tell you what. A really good quality gunner seems like the good sort of thing. Crews are capped at 6, as you can see down there. So that's absolutely fine. So, we've got 1 gunner in training and 1 really good gunner. So now, at this point, I feel like we're in pretty good shape. Because now we can basically keep, 3 people on guns at all times. So that means we should be able to disable the next ship a lot more easily. So, return to the port and now visit the local shops. Repair and upgrade the ship. So what I've got on my ship right now is, over here, this is my chain shot. Over here, we've got grape shot, so I can buy more grape shot. If I wanted to, specialize my ship to basically, just get up to the enemy ship and knacker them really, really quickly, I could just do that by having double grape shot. Then I could have 2 people on that and just start knackering all the crew, which would be lovely. Or if I wanted to really make sure I was taking down the sails, I could have more chain shot. Instead, I could replace one of these slots with chain shot. These slots, however, are for mortars. So if I want to basically fire long-range mortars, they don't do hull damage, they don't hurt the enemy health bar, but they do actually damage the section they hit, they damage the crew, and they can cause a fire as well, which is kind of funny, it must be said. Alternatively, a sure shot, a long-range cannon, high accuracy, especially at far range, but because of the fact that it's a very long-range cannon, it doesn't actually do that much damage to hull or sections. It's just a way of guaranteeing you're doing a small amount of damage over time. So if you're not confident you can get up to the enemy ship, that might not be a bad thing at all. I think I'll buy a fire cluster bomb and basically shove that at in the middle of my ship, probably the most sensible place there. And then I've still got 54 gold. Can I buy an additional cannon? Yeah, I can buy more cannons in order just to basically make my standard day-to-day shots more powerful. Or upgrades and supplies. We've got ourselves Advanced Crow's Nest. Provides maximum visibility on the enemy ship and crew in combat. So basically, I would know what was going on with the enemy more, because in the previous battle, I couldn't see until I was a bit closer what was going on with the state of the enemy parts. Ooh, hull spikes for ramming. And a lifeboat. Crew can flee to the lifeboat when the ship is destroyed. Unlocks when the hull reaches 0 or the water gauge fills up. Okay, let's not worry about that for now. Or I could upgrade these sections. What's this? Upgraded. Ooh, upgraded mast. Yeah, a 3rd mast. Or a sickbay level 2. Or the ship's wheel helm level 2. Charges the maneuver rate. Yeah, I think we're okay for the time being. Not because I literally can't afford any of this. What I will, however, do is give myself 1 more cannon, just for the sake of a bit of extra firepower, on the main side of the ship that's facing the enemy. So, that's okay for the time being. Do I actually get anything from repairing? Doesn't look like it. I think we're okay. Fine. Return to port. Let's actually be on our way here. Yep, straight back out to sea. Marvellous. Now we're taking on something a little bit tougher. You see here, now this ship is actually up to... now they've got double cannons. They're going to be a little bit on the tougher side. But that's all fine. That should be... Okay, you should be manning this, by the way. And you, my sailor friend, man the mortar. And you, my gunner friend, should be actually... No, you should man... Which is the better of the gunners? It's Wistar, isn't it? Yeah, Wistar's the good one. So he should manage that one. You should manage this one. And then the captain should get over here and handle that. Is everyone in a good position right now? Everyone manning the relevant guns? Yes, everyone's manning the relevant guns. They're trying to get further away from us, so I basically want to try and... Okay, we're just inside the 3rd tier of distance. They were trying to pull away from us. They want to be at distance. Now, that might give us a clue as to what their tactics are going to be. They might have better long-range guns, and they don't seem to want to board. Now, that's understandable. Unlike the first ship, they don't have a marine on board who's good at hand-to-hand fighting, and also I outnumber them. So, if I just basically jumped across, I should be able to knacker them. So, if we can, maybe we can use all these new guns to our advantage over here. So let's just prepare for all of this here. Everything going to be ready? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm basically at this point going to try and nail, the helm and helmsman to see if we can get a bit close to them on this occasion. Because being close opens up all sorts of fun things. Now, we're low accuracy on this occasion. We're going to be low accuracy. Keep firing over there, please. And also fire at the sails. There we go. Attack, 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 attack. Okay. Now, at this point, they're starting to take a little bit of damage. What have we just had damage? We have had damage. Ah, there's a fire. There is a fire now. Okay. Now, I can see you guys over there. So, let's just drop the mortar in on top of you. And now that's been fired, I need you to put out this fire, please. Because fires are bad and they will spread over time. So, we've just mortared that area pretty nicely. And I've still got 3 guys on the guns. And now we're just firing over and flipping over. Lovely. Chain shots ready to go. Again. Continue firing. That should knock them down to... Aha, we've completely screwed their sails. Their sails are down into the red. So for the time being, their sails are screwed. And we can start closing in on them extremely fast. Which I think is going to work for us. Looks like there's a fire. Yep, there's definitely a fire going on their ship right now. We've been lucky enough to start a fire. That fire's out. So you can get back onto here. In fact, actually... This gun, you see the grape shot here. You can see because when I'm hovering over it, over on the left there, it shows what range you need to be in to make this thing work. So, do I want to... I'm going to go start charging this up. Because I think we're going to be momentarily in range for that. Because our sails are fine. Our sick bay's taking a bit of a knock. We're okay for the time being. Right, okay. Now, we just continue firing where we were firing already. Boom. Okay, their sails are still screwed. And we're almost ready for another chain shot at this point. Yep, another chain shot ready to go. So that should be then back down into red. So now we're closing up really nicely. So we're where I want to be. Right now we are at level 2. And this thing is actually working up pretty nicely. That thing's ready to go. Beautiful. At this point we can probably start changing our target onto their guns. Because even if they get their sails fixed up, now we're close enough that we can actually be going up to them. So I'm just going to basically say, screw it, target the guns. Sometimes it's a little bit of an imprecise science with basic cannons. This is just your damage over time business. So at this point, my grape shot is almost ready to go. So, ooh, did you just start a fire? Did you just start? No, they did a... Is that an actual hull breach? Hang on. Is that a hull breach? No, that's not a hull breach. That's just a bit of damage there. But now we're firing at each other at really point-blank range. But this is where this thing starts coming useful. Because here we go, grape shot. Hits an area of effect. So ignore the helmsman. Let's go for all these bastards. So, boom. Oh, yeah. That's some good damage right there. So now we're starting to screw these guys up pretty darn badly. And if we want to, we could probably board and just kill them. And that's probably not a bad idea at this point. Because I've got one guy who can stay back at the grape shot and basically handle that. Now, do they have a... They do actually have a med bay. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my fire on the med bay if I can. Yeah, just basically take out the med bay over here and just fire on that from now on. This shot's almost ready to go. Make sure they do not get anywhere close to me. This is coming back nice and quickly, which is beautiful. That's now being loaded. And we've nearly taken out their med bay. Once their med bay's down, they can't heal up their guys. So that's always a good tactic. Now, do I actually want to get up to an attack yet? Do I want... I mean, I could go for a ram at this point. Like, that would be kind of funny. But if I actually ram them, it might kill them. Might actually kill them. So, maybe what I'll do is... Okay, before we go in for the ram, because basically this is the maneuver bar at the bottom. As the match goes on, the maneuver bar fills up. You can use that to do stuff, like fleeing the battle, like the equivalent to waiting for your FTL to charge in FTL. Or you can spin around to use the guns on your other side. If your other guns are doing better, then you just start circling each other. Or you can ram them, which is hilarious, so we should do that. But before we do that, we should make sure that their actual medical bay is taken out, because I don't want their medical bay actually being usable. Now they're trying to... Here we go. Right, now. Prepare for... Oh, what do I want to do? Yeah, just. I can just get the shot in where I want to. So, fire. There we go. So at this point, the medical bay is in a spot of trouble. Let's just make sure their sails don't get repaired up. They do not. So now, yeah. The crew's badly damaged. The medical bay's in trouble. I'm going to go in for a ram, and if it doesn't kill them, we'll board and take them out. So, activate ramming speed. Now prepare to brace. Brace! That's the button there. It's very important. And, no, I think we just killed them. I think the ship is pretty dead at this point. So, sorry about that. Maybe back off at this point. Back away. Back away from the sinking ship. Still, we just rammed them, and that worked pretty well. Marvellous. So, a keen-eyed crewman spots a large sack emerge from the sinking vessel. It turns out to be filled with pearls. 128. Very good. So, that was a bit of a different battle from the first time. So, on this occasion, we got up close and we rammed them. So, let's move straight on to the next battle here, because I think we're in good shape right now. So, what are we doing? They're trying to move up to me. They immediately start moving up towards me. That's interesting. So I'm going to move away from them, because if they want to move towards me, then I'm concerned. Because I'm not sure exactly why they want to do that, but it does worry me. Right, you, my good lad, hang on, you're the good one. Get over here. Other gunner, get on here. Lovely. And in which case, yeah, captain, man this thing, and sailor, get over there. So everyone man the appropriate stations. Lovely. That's going very, very nicely indeed. So we're holding position against them right now. So on this occasion, they're trying to run over to me. Why? Well, I can't help but notice they've got this symbol. I don't know what that symbol refers to. It looks a little bit like the Grim Reaper to me. So I'm guessing that's why they want to get closer. They might have a really, really, really good quality bloke. So first things first, let's actually give ourselves the advantage by knackering their sails so we can control the pace of this battle. So, just wait for this to charge up. Who's going to get the first shot in? I don't know who that is. Ah, wait, hang on. I do know what that is. It came up in the tutorial. That's a monster. Cultist ships, and this is a cultist ship, so it's got tentacles painted on the side of it. They've got monsters on board. So he might swim over to me and fight me at some point. So I might want to actually have the... Maybe I could move just a little bit closer. Close enough that I can actually start pelting them with the grape thing. I might do that after I get the first round of shots in. So shot, shot, and shot. Okay, so first things first. We want to get a nice thing of... How many people can I hit here? I wouldn't mind hitting all of that, actually. There we go. Boom. And simultaneously go for boom. And simultaneously go for boom. Boom! And now drop the mortar on top of the guys who are trying to repair things. What are you trying to drop on me? Whatever it was, it didn't work. It looked like that might have been fiery. I'm not sure. So we've just done a bunch of damage to these guys. But right now we can't see their health because they're too far away. We're close enough inside the third tier that I can see their ship systems. But not close enough. So I'm going to move up to the next tier at this point. And I'm going to move the captain over to the grape shot. And the reason I want that is because, yeah, I'd like to actually start shooting at them. Now we can see what's going on. That is a leak. That's a leak on the ship right there. That's bad. And the reason that's bad is because now my water meter is going to start going up. I can fix it with the pumps, but if that reaches maximum, that's a sinking thing right there. So I need to get someone off the guns. After the next time we fire, I will fix that. Okay? At this point, we're now close range to each other, but now my grape shot can start getting involved and start knackering them and stop them from doing their repairs and all their jobs. So that's fine. They can't close on me right now. Oh, yes, that system is in trouble, and that guy is in trouble as well, which is marvellous. Are we ready for the next cannon shot? Okay, where do I want to fire? Yeah, continue firing at the helm. That strikes me as a good idea, quite frankly. Just keep firing at the helm over there. In comes the next shot, and momentarily we'll have one on the sails. I think he's about to swim over. Yep, he's swimming over. Right. Luckily, they've all decided to stand very close to each other, which works for me. So prepare the captain to actually fight, because he's the best guy at fighting we've actually got. So I think he's coming in this direction. Where is he right now? And he is... Oh, yeah, he's right there. Fine. So, this guy, we now basically need to just fight him. Wait for him to get aboard. Is he aboard? Yes, he is. Right, okay, fight him. And my captain, yeah, my captain can win that fight. Albeit it's just going to keep him busy for the time being. And my captain is very weak right now. Okay, my captain needs to go heal up for the time being because he's weak. So, a stray shot might actually finish him off. Take their sails out, down into red. Good. Ooh. Whatever that was bad. I'm not sure what they just fired at me, but I'm guessing it's I don't want to be walking across that. Lovely. And in the chaos when that guy was heading over towards me, they've managed to actually get their crew back up to health. But they've taken a bunch of damage to their main hull, while I haven't. I'm still taking water on board, but not much. Okay. Would it be safest? Yeah. for the moment at least, I'm going to send my sailor to basically go and take care of this. Because for the time being, we don't need to be attacking their sails. So I'm going to sort out that hull breach. I think he sorted that out. Right, back over to this gun, please. But actually, at this point, I think we're okay. I'm going to actually put him over to... Actually, no, my captain's fine too. You get over there. You get back over here. Everyone back to your positions, please. Start charging up the guns. And now they are just firing back and forth. That's another hull breach, unfortunately. I need to basically try and focus on the gunner at some point. But pretty soon, we should have... Yeah, we got a good shot at all of them together. I'm going to change my target just to more in this sort of a direction. And they're all standing close by, so we can get a really good shot at them momentarily. This is perfect. Literally the whole crew. Nice, 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 nice. But they've got a doctor, so it's going to be difficult to do that to them. Now, if I could just get a bit closer, I could go in for a ram right now. A ram would be a good finisher. The question is, do I want to try and board them? I've definitely got more health than they do. I could move a good quality gunner over to the Grape and basically just move in. And don't ram them, just board them instead. So we might want to try and do that with support from a gunner. That's probably going to work. So in which case, a good quality gunner, prepare to move in. While we're moving in, I want you to deal with that. Unless, of course, they want to. Actually, both of us are not moving right now. If I try and move to point blank, they're trying to move away from me at this exact moment in time. So I'm going to need to destroy their sails. Then we can actually do that job. Yeah, pretty nice. Have you fixed this yet, by the way? Ouch! More fire coming in. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Fix that. Oh, he's just fixing the sails right now. We'll get on this, please. Is this actually ready to fire? Can it be fired? No, it's not manned, so it can't be fired. Fire, please. Thank you. Right, now we can get up close to them. Beautiful. By the way, I don't think you get to do that. Everyone, I'm just going to wait a second because I think they're... Never mind, I fired anyway and I think it actually flipping worked. So that's good. So, in which case, now, with their sails destroyed, we can actually move up to point blank range. And now, if we want to, we can actually start boarding them. So, we're moving right up to them. And, oh, point blank. I think we just sank them. I think we might have left it a bit late to board. Yeah, we just sank them. Very much like trying to man things in the original FTL. Yes, actually, you can very often find yourself in the situation where you accidentally blow them up when you're trying to kill all the crew. It's quite difficult to do. No special thing on this occasion, just 64 actual stuff there. Beautiful. So I've got quite a bit of money right now. So go on then. I'm going to nip back to port. So now I'm just going to go straight to the local shops. Upgrades and supplies. What do we have over here? We've got, yep, some water pumps, some lifeboats. Yeah, we've already got one lifeboat, so I don't need to buy another one. But some new stuff's coming to the shop, 'cause it's a different port, presumably. Harpoons. When fired, these embed themselves into the opposite ship. Enemy can't move out of close range until the ropes have been cut or disconnected. I would actually like the crow's nest, by the way. That strikes me as a good idea, yes. So right now, what's my existing crow's nest? My existing crow's nest is... I assume that's just a basic basic crow's nest. So extra information on nearby events in combat allows greater visibility on the enemy ship and crew. Okay, that's worth thinking about. What about the weapons before I actually make my decision? Ooh, a sniper. Maximum damage to a single crew. Infinite range. Hoo 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 hoo. Okay, I like this. Also, a double shot cannon fires double projectiles but can only be used at close range. Okay. Or section damager. A cannon that trades high section damage for no hull damage. Ooh. Okay. I could deal with that, yes, actually. Because if I was to have that, and then also the chain shot, and then maybe double grape, we could basically just get in and we could just knacker the flipping crew. Like, this is not a good idea, but I'm kind of curious. I'd like to kind of give it a go anyway, to be honest. Also, I will just repair all for 6. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, if I had a chain shot and a section damage, where the section damage is just exclusively going for the helm and the chain shot's exclusively going for the sails, we can get right up and personal with them, and then I could fire a double grape shot at them and then just basically start knackering them and then just board and finish them off that way. Okay, this probably won't work, but screw it, I want to give it a go anyway because it seems kind of hilarious. So in which case, yeah, what I want to do is the basic round shot. We're just going to, actually no, I'm just going to sell the, oh, but then I can't use these anymore. Fine, you know what, it doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell this basic one. I'm going to move this one back here in case I want it later. I want to move this one back. Okay, apparently I can't. I'm not sure why, but I can't. Okay, if I buy the section damager here, then can I swap that in? Now, hang on, what's this one then? That's round shot. That's section damager. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm just going to sell that in order to make some money back, and then I'll move the section damager up. And I want... Okay, there must be a way to move these things. Apparently there's not. Unfortunately, therefore, I've just installed this thing on the wrong side of the ship, so I'll need to turn the ship around if I want to actually use it. So, there goes that plan. So, at this point, I guess we're buying a double shot, because that's just what we're doing. Lovely. So I've learnt a valuable lesson here, unfortunately. Cannons are sort of fixed and can't just be swapped around. So now I've got my chain shot and my grape shot here. That's fine. But I do actually have, yeah, a round shot cannon, but I need to get close. Otherwise, this double shot cannon basically doesn't do anything. So that's pretty much the priority. And if my maneuver bar fills up, I can swap round for a section damager, which is probably better and what I kind of wanted in the first place. So, you know what? That's fine. We'll figure it out. Ooh, hang on. I can almost afford extra mast. Okay, hang on. I just need to sell something. Is this the round shot? Just sell that in order to afford this. Because then if I've got that, yep, there we are. So if I've got the third mast, then with the third mast, I should be able to close in on most ships and get up to the point blank range I want. That's good for some reason. Ooh, we've got a new ship battle, but a new thing as well. It's a lightning storm, and that means if lightning strikes, there's going to be a bit of a, you know, issue with, like, you know, the ship catching fire. That's what that does. Okay, you get over to... Is there any... Actually, we've still got the mortar. Continue working on the mortar. You, my good man, get on here. You, my good man, get on here. You, my good man, get on here. Everyone on the guns, and... Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Okay, apparently they want to get close to us, too. I should probably be concerned about that. This is the... That's just the round shot, isn't it? Yeah, this is the cannon, which is good at close range. Right, well, if they want to move up to us, let's just actually stay medium range right now. We're moving towards each other really quickly. Okay, now we're matching speed because we can pull away from them because we've got the better sail. Now, we're pretty close to them, which means I can use the grape shot immediately. Ah, that's why they want to do that. They've actually got themselves a... Well, they've got themselves a marine, but he's manning a bar shot. Okay, does no damage, stops all maneuvers for a short duration, can be targeted at sails only. Ah, right, they've got a special cannon that's basically like a supercharged chain shot. So they're going to try and disable us, because they want to board us, because they've got 5 crew members, including a specialist marine. But that's fine. I've got... Okay, you know what? I should probably... Ooh. Right, this might get dicey. This might get dicey. Also, this thing is... Yeah, we're almost ready with this thing. Prepare to fire that, and if need be... Yeah, target these 2 guys. Hit the captain. Actually, hit both the gunners. Boom. We're almost ready. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And boom. Right, mortar fires. They've... Ooh! I imagine you've got a sniper then, do you? Oh, cock, they've got a flamethrower. Right. So probably we don't actually want to be close to these guys at all. No, probably the best thing we can do is say screw that and hit... Okay, these 2 guys. Screw it, why not? Fire. Ooh, nice. Yep, they've got some bad stuff here. This can't fire yet, can it? I thought that couldn't fire. Apparently it can fire. That was a lightning strike, but it didn't actually hit us. Good. What's going on here? We're ready to hit this. And that's their sail a bit screwed. And they've started a big old fire. Right, I need you to get off there and put that fire out at this point. We can continue firing at their crew for the time being. Actually, you know what? Wait. Wait for the mortar. Wait for the mortar. Okay. Hit these guys with the mortar. And then immediately follow it up with the grape shot. Boom. Okay, now follow it up. Boom! Yes, yes, yes. I just took out 2 of them. Nice. That's why you want to sync up your firing, just like an FTL. Beautiful. So the mortar hit weaken them a bit, and then the grape shot finish them off. That fire is... Okay, this fire, you should really be focusing on this fire. To be perfectly honest, I think that might be the flamethrower. I mean, that would make sense. It is kind of, you know, starting a fire. At this point, they don't have a helmsman anymore, so they've got a gunner manning the ship. So one of their guns, I assume is... Yeah, they had a sniper. The sniper is now unmanned, so they can't use it. The only thing they're manning is the flamethrower. So as they're only manning the flamethrower, the best thing I can do is probably... Yeah, get a couple more shots in. See if I can just do more damage to their actual crew. Let's see if I can finish this ship off without actually doing any damage to that. Also, you should really, really be putting out the fires. Please put out the fires. Okay, now... Fire at these 2 guys and then follow it up with the grape shot. I think I can take out the marine. Oh, yep, there we go. And now finish them off. Nice. Another one bites the dust, and we've started to fire. So at this point, they've got nobody manning any weapons. Their weapons are completely unmanned. Seriously, put out the fire. Put out the cocking fires, please. They are quite important. They do spread. So at this point, yeah, they've got no one. So we don't need to worry about being fired upon for the time being. So at this point, probably my priority should be, yeah, just disable their sails so they can't get over to us. In fact, actually, screw it. If we can just disable their sails, I can get over there and finish them off, because at this point, their boarders are actually dead. And I need to just basically make sure, okay, continue putting out fires, please. Just continue putting out fires, and also continue helping with the fires, because lightning might start more fires. Okay, I think this guy is finally ready, hopefully. He's repairing instead. Okay, he's trying to get something fixed up. Put out these fires. Okay, continue putting out fires. Hopefully the fires will be ready to... Stop firing! Why are you firing? Don't do that. You, get over here. Take out the sails instead. We don't actually need to be doing the day-to-day firing. I'm pretty sure we can kill this guy right now. Boom. Right. So they've now got only one guy on the entire ship. So we've been picking apart the crew pretty nicely. They're trying to get their... Hang on, what are you trying to repair up? Ah, he was trying to repair up the gun. He's trying to get his flamethrower working. That's fine. In which case, let's back... Oh, no, we can't back away because then the grape shot will be out of range. But screw it. Probably the best thing we can do at this point is wait for this to come in, cripple that, then we move into point blank range and we just board. Even though there is actually, you know, that whole business there. Actually, they've got plenty of health for the time being. Let's actually prepare to just do a double shot to completely knacker that cannon with this thing. So, knacker him, and hopefully that'll chase him off the gun. Oh, lightning strike. Didn't actually hit us, that's fine. Now, knacker the things. Good. Now, he's got no choice but to back off the gun because he needs to get that working because right now there's nothing he can do. I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity to move up to him. I've got superior sails and, in addition, yep, there we are. Up to here. Captain, prepare to board. So my captain now basically moves across here. He can now run straight across as long as we're at close range. I think your crew can get stranded on the enemy ship. So at this point, now finish him off and kill, and he's dead. There we go. Enemy ship has been captured on this occasion, so yes indeed, strip the ship of useful materials and marketable treasure. Your crew are exhausted, but jubilant. So I picked up 128, even though I found nothing special. So last time when I killed a ship, I only got 64. So I assume it is double the reward if you killed the enemy crew, which is a really, really nice bonus. And let's see what we've got next. Ah, indeed, more weather at this point. So now we have actually got torrential rain, so fires are going to be automatically put out by the rain. So, I could show you a few more fights, ladies and gentlemen, but I think broadly, you get the point. This is abandoned ship. It is one to flipping watch. It is one to watch, okay? This is already looking amazingly good, and they're not even considering that it's ready to be put into early access yet. So imagine how good it's going to be by the time they think it's good enough for that. And then, imagine how much better it's going to be by the time they actually release it properly. So, you can't buy this yet, but I'll put a link in the description below anyway, so you can add it to wishlist, which I think you absolutely flipping should do. Because, one, it's looking amazing, and I want this to be successful. And two, apparently that really does actually help out little indie devs when they're kind of working towards game being released. I don't know exactly why, but I'm told it does. So, yeah, link in the description below to this, as well as the exploration trailer, because I can't show you exploration. Rest assured, I will be pestering this dev constantly for the next few months so I can get hold of a proper, more complete version of the game with actual exploration as soon as flipping possible. That's pretty much my plan, because that just seems like a good idea to me. So yes, this here, abandoned ship, really, really, really damn good. Loving this right now. Absolutely loving this business. It's an amazing looking game. You can sort of just see the tactical variety starting to come in already. Like on this occasion, these guys blatantly want to board us because they've actually got, yeah, a marine and multiple sailors and way more people than us. So at this point, we've kind of got to keep our distance. But if we can just kind of stay at the second tier, then we can actually use all the rest of it. And while we stay at the second tier, we can kind of play with fire, because we can actually use the grape shot. What have they actually got here? Ah, they've got the flamethrowers again. Ah, but they're using flamethrowers actually in the rain. So advantage me on this occasion for that. That's for their rear gun. What have we got over there? Ah, they've got grape shot too. So this fight's going to be a great big backwards and forwards with grape shots and crew damage, for example. So that's good. Luckily, I've got the great big gun that can basically just do the massive stupid firing over here. So that's nice. Let's just fire everything over there, why don't we? Yeah, I think that's you pretty bloody screwed. And everyone's now going to run over here to try and repair, which means I can shoot absolutely everyone simultaneously, and in comes the flamethrowering. So as soon as this is done, then this guy needs to basically move over here. Oh yeah, now we've started really badly damaging the crew. So probably at this point, what I want to do is, and in comes a boarder. Now, this actually kind of is a problem, so I need to get my captain healed up pretty quickly. And now one of my guys needs to basically abandon. Okay, fire that in order that this guy can go over here and put out the fire while my captain's firing that. So it's getting pretty hectic immediately. Luckily, we're doing incredibly bad damage to these people straight away. My captain now is hopefully going to be... Hang on, I need my captain... Captain, I need you to fight this guy, potentially with support. Hopefully you can win. Yeah, looks like he's just going to win, but this guy's blatantly got regenerating health, and he just wins, but he might be about to be killed. Is he okay? You know, I need him to heal up. Okay, so he's healing up. There's more fires. You need to put out those fires. These guns are almost ready to fire. I'm just going to keep firing at that guy at the back and keep trying to knacker their thing, but they're actually heating it up pretty quickly because they've got like multiple sailors, so sailors good at repairing. So trying to damage the systems on this ship is a bit more difficult. We're taking on water pretty fast all of a sudden. Yeah, this is only the... Oh dear, he's standing in the middle of goo. I'm going to guess goo is bad. I don't know how bad goo is, but unfortunately, they've put bad goo and also probably fire right here. So my captain is just going to have to accept the fact that he can't get over to that table right now, because until this guy has taken care of this fire, I think the actual medical table's off limits, so that's absolutely fine. This guy needs to stay on his post right now. Oh, I could do with a 6th member of crew. Okay, he can now go and handle this. In fact, actually... You prepare to fire over to here, if at all possible. Boom! That'll do some good work, and that's done some more good work over there. But I think you can see roughly what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. It's already turning into an absolute flipping mess. Well, my captain desperately tries to heal himself up. More fires get started. You need to basically put out these fires. My captain gets back up to health here. I can continue firing over there. I should probably turn some actual fire onto the medical table. Get that actually out of the way at this point. You need to keep dealing with the fires. It's a shame you can't actually give them priorities. Like, if there's a fire, always go to the fire next. But actually, screw it. I'm just going to say basically... prioritize over here, because for the time being, you need to get over here. You put those fires out. You get on the mortar. Get everybody on every gun that we can, damn it. Everybody on every gun. Oh, they just took a sniper shot at that guy. The navigator's in trouble. The navigator's extremely close to dead. And in comes more flamethrowers and more fire. Screw it. Let's see if we can just finish this off in one great big go here. I want this to attack right here. Boom. I want you to attack right on top of these guys. I want to try and lure them together if we can. And momentarily, in comes more flipping. That's double grape shot. Oh, the crew's in trouble. The crew's in a lot of trouble. The crew's in tons of trouble. In fact, I can't keep my guns going. I need to get one of you over here to heal because I don't have a doctor. Where's my... Okay, you need to... As soon as that's done, as soon as this is ready to fire, I need this guy to basically, yeah, prepare to fire that and go. Drop that on them. We might be able to finish one of those guys off immediately if we're lucky. And boom! Okay, that started a fire and done some damage. Have we just lost someone? Not yet, but we're close. Okay, you need to fix that. We're up to halfway on the water meter, which is a problem. Screw it, all in. Prepare for a ram. We just need to ram these bastards. Brace for impact! And... that's not quite enough to finish them. They're probably going to try and jump aboard at this point if we're unlucky. Yeah, one of them's going for it. I don't think he can quite pull it off, though. Right, this guy, unfortunately, got knocked off his feet. He failed the brace test. What have we got over here? I can do a bit of damage to... Okay, can do damage to... I might be able to kill one of these two guys. Right, they've been chased off their station, so the grape shot is currently unmanned. Pull back to secondary good. They can no longer try and board us. This guy is... Oh, he's dead. He's dead, as it turns out, which is pretty bad. Right, get over and replace him. Sorry about that. You're just dead now, so we've lost a member of the crew. We've done some more damage. Okay, that did loads of good damage, and the maneuver bar's been filled up. So going in for a ram is a good idea, except sometimes it leaves you a little bit on the exposed side. Okay, you're almost dead too, but hopefully we can... No, just keep you on your existing roll, actually. No, on your existing roll, please. On your existing roll. In comes more fire. Screw it. Now the captain is surrounded by fire. Prepare, prepare, prepare. See if you can kill those guys. You can keep them busy for the time being at least. That's a shame. There would probably been a brief moment I could have tried to stabilize this guy, but I missed my opportunity to. Go for the mortar. I like the mortar. The mortar seems to work pretty well. Prepare for a shot just over here. Fire literally anything. This cannon is, yeah, this cannon is acceptable at rank 2 range. Just finish them off. Just do anything we can to finish them. The maneuver bar's going up, but it's pretty slow right now. Ignore the fires. The fires will be put out by the rain. And now just a great big... Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's a few of you badly injured. Screw you. And this final shot should be the one that actually takes them out at this point. In comes more fire, but your flamethrower is not that effective. And down he goes. Right. I tried to do the outro a minute ago. Didn't work so hot. Right, get on the pumps. Get on the pumps. Let's get some water out of this bloody ship, please. Tried to do the outro, but the game's too good. The game's just too good. This is Abandoned Ship. It's excellent. It's one to watch. If this doesn't end up being one of my top 10 games of the year next year, I'll be incredibly flipping surprised, alright? Because it's already flipping amazing. And yeah, there it is. Confirmation 64. So if you can actually take an enemy ship out without sinking it, you absolutely get double the reward. I think it was more like 50% more reward in FTL. And a greater chance of like random drops as well. But screw it, great game, one to watch, link below, wishlisted, you will be seeing this again. Probably in multiple videos and challenge runs and live stream format. Screw it, I'll be pestering this dev a lot. So, look forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Abandoned Ship. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This is the face of death, okay? This is what my sudden death looks like. Do not engage before we arrive. Do not engage. What are you doing? I specifically said don't. Oh, no.
No, John.
Oh, he likes that. The Romans touched me.